Hey everyone, welcome back to Make My Financials. In this guide, we're walking you through Form 1120, a practical, no nonsense walkthrough designed for C corporations and entities taxed as C Corps. At Make My Financials, we specialize in US corporate tax compliance, so this presentation will demystify filing requirements, key schedules, and deadlines in a concise, actionable way. The professional cover image sets the tone for a clear step by step approach that you can follow yourself or hand off to us if you'd like it done by experts. Form 1120 is the US corporate income tax return that many business owners find confusing, and this slide explains why. We'll clarify who must file, what information is required, and how proper bookkeeping, the kind we set up and maintain at Make My Financials, can turn a difficult exercise into a straightforward reporting process. We'll also highlight how accurate records reduce stress, lower IRS exposure, and make each tax season more predictable. Not every company files Form 1120, but typically US C corporations, LLCs that elect C Corp status, and certain foreign owned entities engaged in US trade must submit it annually. The legal entity label alone doesn't always determine filing obligations, so it's important to confirm the tax classification before preparing the return to avoid surprises. At Make My Financials, we always start by validating how the entity is taxed, so Form 1120 is filed only when required and filed correctly when it is. Form 1120 is more than a single page. Page 1 captures income and deductions, while schedules such as C for dividends, J for tax computation, K for other information, L for the balance sheet, and M1, M2 for reconciliations provide the supporting detail that explains how your tax numbers are derived from your books. There are a handful of numbers that drive your return: gross receipts and sales, cost of goods sold, officer compensation, major deductions like rent and depreciation, and ultimately taxable income and tax liability. These figures must align with your accounting records because mismatches often trigger IRS notices and time consuming follow up. At Make My Financials, we build your Form 1120 directly from clean reconciled books so these key numbers line up and your return looks consistent and defensible. Schedules L, M1, and M2 reveal whether your financial story is internally consistent, with L showing assets and liabilities, M1 reconciling book to tax income, and M2 tracking retained earnings movements. Clean reconciliations reduce IRS questions and give a clearer picture of profit distribution and equity changes. This slide's timeline highlights the critical 2025 dates: your tax year end, the April 15 filing and payment deadline, the Form 7004 deadline to request an extension, and the October 15 extended due date. Remember, an extension gives filing time but not extra time to pay any taxes owed without penalties or interest. Penalties can be costly, ranging from late filing and late payment charges to estimated tax underpayment penalties, and they often stem from common red flags like mismatched sales figures, missing officer compensation, or blank reconciliation schedules. At Make My Financials, we focus on catching and correcting these issues before filing, which reduces penalty risk and demonstrates stronger compliance to the IRS and to stakeholders who rely on your financials. Good bookkeeping makes Form 1120 straightforward. Maintaining year round discipline in your accounting system, applying industry specific treatments for revenue and COGS, and translating books into tax reporting practices means your CPA spends time optimizing tax positions instead of cleaning messy records, which typically lowers professional fees and audit exposure. If you are ready to simplify your Form 1120 filing, start with a review of your books and the supporting schedules, and consider the additional resources listed here, like a personalized consultation with Make My Financials, guidance on tax residency certificates, and a tax season checklist. When you're ready for practical support to keep your corporate taxes accurate and stress free, our team at Make My Financials is here to help you handle the details with confidence.